If anything is taken away from you, there is one thing that no man should be able to take from you, and that is the word of God.
It's your rhema for today.
So you study the strategy of your enemy, that is intelligence, and then you go into war because you have understood the modus operandi and the strength and weaknesses of your adversary. You need to understand how Satan operates. You need to know. So God was teaching them warfare, how to attack, how to defeat. I'm sure that part of what the Nigerian army military is doing is to get intelligence on Boko Haram and know how to deal with them. Because for the most part, when you're fighting people like Boko Haram, the enemy is invisible. For the most part, you don't even know his base. He can be your next door neighbor, and yet he's a Boko Haram. And so you need an intelligence report on how Boko Haram operates, where they manufacture their bombs, where they get their strengths and all. And I believe that the Nigerian authorities and the military is doing all of that. I prophesy to you that Boko Haram will not last, it will crumble in the name of Jesus. And peace will come upon the believers in the north. And I prophesy to you that there will not be an Islamization of Nigeria. It will not happen under our watch. And it will not happen by divine decree and divine ordination in the name of Jesus. So Moses, acting on divine instruction, sent 12 men to go over and spy the land and bring a report. The 12 went and they brought report. They said there was honey in the land. They said there was milk in the land, and they also said there was grapes in the land. There was honey, there was milk, there was grapes. And they also said there were giants in the land. Now hear me. The main problem is not the identification of the presence of giants. The main problem was individual response to the presence of the giants. Because there were really giants in the land. 10 men said there were giants in the land. Caleb and Joshua did not dispute the fact that there were what? Giants in the land. And thank God for giants in the land. Because if there are no giants in your land, you will not get victory, because there will be no war. You need the milk, you need the honey, you need the grapes, and you also need the what? The giant. To do what with the giant? To defeat the giant in order to be a champion. If there are no giants in the land, there is no making of a champion. It is not the milk that makes you a champion. It is not the honey that makes you the champion. It's not the grapes that makes you a champion. It's the presence of the giants and your attitude towards the giants and your defeat of the giant that makes you what? A champion. So welcome, giants, into my promised land. It makes the battle fiercer and it makes the victory more glorious. The problem is not the presence of giants, because the presence of giants was a welcome development. In verse 1, God said, I give you the land. Was it because God did not know there were giants? Hello? Was it because God was ignorant of the presence of giants? Turn to somebody and tell him, God knows the problem well ahead of time. But he also says, possess your possession. God knew there were giants. Moses did not know. The 12 did not know. But God knew. Hey, let me tell you something. When God gives you a promise, it means there is a possibility. Wherever you find the promise, you will also find possibilities. Impossibilities only comes where there are no what? Promises. I want you all to say with me, wherever there is a promise, there is always a possibility. Impossibility rises where there are no promises, because it is the promise that tells you you can and will make it. So God gave a promise, and God expected them to bring an accurate report of what was in the land. Now, many people assume that they shouldn't have spoken about the presence of the giants. No, that would have been bad intelligence. Hello? That would have been bad intelligence report to say there are no giants in the land. You can lose everything on earth. When the word is there, you will recover everything.
It's your rhema for today.